What's going on, boys and girls of the hardcore community? It's Sergeant Ghost, your second favorite co-founder of the Hardcore Union and the self-proclaimed sexiest commentator on the interwebs. I mean, I could sit here and talk to you all day about my outstanding physique, my many sexual conquests, or the fact that I was supposed to be given the lead role on the hit show Spartacus, but they decided I'd make all the other actors look like weak little boys. But enough about me, let's get into this commentary. Now, I had a commentary and video all set up about spawn camping and how much I hate it, and after watching it back, I decided it was completely unentertaining. Just a couple minutes of me screaming about how much I hate spawn campers and how they should go to hell and eat their own dicks and shit like that. And it was just footage of me dying and spawning and dying and spawning. And I decided that that kind of went against my morals and what Hardcore Union stands for as far as entertaining gameplay. So we're going to do something a little different today and have a little ghost story. Ooh. Ah! You see that ghost? That was a legit ghost. That was not from Super Mario Brothers or anything. Now, the story I'm going to tell you is an actual story of things that have happened to me recently. Not some made-up fairy tale, whatever, fake ghost shit. If you had asked me, like 5 or 6 weeks ago, if I believed in ghosts, I would tell you no, that shit is retarded. It's all either people getting scared in the dark and making shit up in their head, or some fake shit for Hollywood so they can, you know, make money by having shows like Taps and gay shit like that. But some shit has happened to me recently, and unfortunately, I can now say that I believe in ghosts. Now, I have never in my entire life experienced anything like this, and supposedly certain people are kind of more open to it, or susceptible to it. I don't know the correct word. But apparently my wife has experienced shit like this her entire life, even when she was a kid. So she's the one who probably brought this nastiness into my household. But it all started a couple weeks ago, and I started noticing little itty bitty things that didn't really make sense to me, and I kind of just brushed off until it all compiled into like one crazy night. But little things would happen, like I'd see shadows on the wall that were moving, and then as soon as you turn to look at it real quick, it's gone. And that was happening a whole lot, and I was like, well, maybe I'm working too hard, you know, because it was happening at work too. Like, oh, what the fuck is that shadow? And then at home, crazy shit was happening too. Like, it's not windy at all, the door is completely shut, and the fucking door blows open. Like, okay, you know what? We're gonna forget about that and say it was a gust of wind. And then I'm looking dead at the trash can, daydreaming, and the trash can lid starts flipping. Like, okay, what the fuck ever. We're gonna forget that happened. Or all of a sudden the sink will come on, a door will slam in the house, hear a creepy noise. Okay, whatever. We're gonna forget that ever happened. So one night, me and my wife are in the bathroom brushing our teeth, minding our own business, and all of a sudden, from somewhere in the hallway, we hear, help. So we immediately stop brushing our teeth. We like meet eyes, and then I'm like, nope. And I go back to brush my teeth, and she stops brushing her teeth, and she's like, I know you heard that. I'm like, you know what? I didn't hear shit. So she starts to go out in the hallway, like some fucking retarded movie chick, and I'm like, don't go investigate that noise. Don't fucking do it. So she's wandering the house looking at shit, looking out the windows, trying to figure out what the noise was. I finish brushing my teeth, and I get in the motherfucking bed. So a little while later, she comes back in, and she's like, oh, my hand hurts. And on her wrist is like this fucking welted up, bright ass red handprint, like with the fucking fingers, thumb, palm, everything on her wrist, like somebody grabbed the shit out of her. And I was like, you know what? I fucking told you not to go investigate crazy-ass noises in the night. That's on you. For some reason, I still didn't really think anything too much about it. I guess my brain was in denial or something. But anyway, a couple weeks later, it's like a Friday night, drinking some beer at the house. Probably some shitty beer, being monstrosity. I was raised in the South. Don't worry about what kind of shitty-ass beer I'm drinking. But anyway, I'm walking down the hallway. I think I'm going towards the bathroom, and right behind my head, I hear like this loud, raspy whisper. Can't really explain it. It just like sounded like it was like right between my ears, real close to the back of my neck, and it calls my name. And the next thing I know, I'm like in the corner of the living room. I don't know how I got there. I'm like freaked the fuck out. My wife says I was like sprinted across the hallway and through the house like Wile E. Coyote or some shit, kicking up dust trails. So she's wondering what the hell I'm doing. And I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got there. So I said, "Did you didn't hear that? You didn't hear that whatever call my name?" She says no, of course. So I told her to go wake up Gabriel and see if he was calling my name, which is her son. So she wakes up him, and he's kind of like freaked out in his bed. So she asked him if he was calling my name. He said no, he was hiding under the covers because someone was beating on his door. So at this point, the happenings of the evening are already a little hard to explain from like a scientific point of view. Nobody was fucking calling my name, and certainly nobody was beating on my stepson's door. So it's a little weird already. So I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and every single dog in the neighborhood starts freaking the fuck out, barking, making weird ass howling noises, shit I've never heard from dogs before. So I'm like, that's really weird. So I go back inside, and it stops. So I'm thinking maybe it's muffled through the door or something like that. So I crack open the door. It's pitch quiet outside, quiet as hell. I step back outside, and the dogs freak out again. So that was freaking me the hell out. So I go back inside, lock the door, and we start hearing crazy shit in the house. Like, you know how like when a shitload of people are whispering together, crazy ass shit like that. So now me and my wife are kind of freaked the hell out. Apparently she is used to this or accustomed to this, so she has like these prayers and shit to read, and she's like burning sage. And I'm like, this is weird, but I'm scared out of my fucking mind, so I'm gonna roll with it. We're gonna knock this shit out. And after we do all that, it's like the heavy feeling in the house is gone. Like there's no heaviness on your chest when you're in the house. It was like immediately got warmer. You know, I will honestly tell you, I believe there was some spirits or ghosts in there. I'm not trying to freak you guys out and say you should believe in ghosts. It's completely up to you. You might get through your whole life and never experience anything crazy. But I hope you guys in your entire life never have to experience anything like this. It was unfortunately enlightening. Like, I've always thought these shows and these movies and these stories and these legends were all based on bullshit or hysteria from people being alone in the dark and like freaking themselves out in their own mind. But now it's like I'll be curled up on the couch with a blanket watching these like ghost hunters and shit. Like, oh man, these guys are so fucking crazy. I would not go into that abandoned jail. They are out of their minds. And it's just like sad looking back, you know. It's like, man, I wish I could go back to not believing in ghosts again and have that shit not happen to me. Cause it's still like now I'm a little bit slipping back into the denial phase, and hopefully nothing comes up again. Because I don't know what the fuck I can do. I would probably fucking set my house on fire and burn those fucking ghosts alive and move into a hotel or something. I don't know. I just hope it shit never happens to me ever again in my life. And I would not wish that shit upon my worst enemy. It's just some scary, scary shit. And that's about it for this commentary, guys. Throw a little like rating if you like ghosts. I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit about likes. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this nondescript, different type of commentary. And maybe I'll try to do some random shit in the future for you guys. Peace, I'm out here.
Camping in their spawn on a roof. Oh, bitch. I can't hit him, dude.
So what do you think about this fucking?
I like it a lot, but it's just it has a lot of recoil.
Yeah, it does. I noticed that.
Camping in the corner.